Communities across America are struggling to address behavioral health issues. Now, a leading nonprofit treatment provider has launched a series of digital learning courses about substance use disorders. Christine Storm, Director of Community Education at Caron Treatment Centers, is here today to share more. Christine, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Julie.
So let's start by talking about this digital learning platform. Can you tell me what it is and what prompted Caron to launch it?
Sure. So our digital learning platform is a fantastic way for people to learn more information about prevention of substance use disorders at a time, a place, and a pace that are going to work for them. So Caron's education department works with students, parents, and professionals in their lives from across the country to give them the resources that they need to help prevent youth from using substances. And in an effort to get people to get the information that they need, we've had to get creative with solutions for how to meet them in our busy world where we can't reach every single community in person. So our digital learning platform allows people to access these courses to educate themselves and arm themselves with more information at a time that's going to work for them in our busy lives.
So tell me what kinds of courses are available on the digital learning platform and who is it for?
So we have 5 courses now, and they're really geared towards students, parents, and professionals. So I'll talk about some of the professional courses that we have right now. In talking to our partners from across the country, and we work with not just schools, but a lot of youth-serving organizations, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Clubs, places like that. And what they are all seeing is this vaping epidemic that has taken place. And a lot of times adults are not comfortable broaching these topics with kids because they don't feel like they have enough information. So our first course is Vaping and Marijuana Trends Amongst Youth. And it's a very visual course, and it helps adults to understand what the trends are, why they're appealing to youth, and then what they can do about it. Another course that we have for professionals is the impact of substance use disorders on the family. So in the midst of this overdose epidemic that we have going on in this country now, there have been so many youth that have been impacted. So this course helps professionals to understand how they can support kids who do have substance use disorders in the family. Another course that we have for professionals is called SBIRT, Screening, Brief Intervention, and Referral to Treatment. And that is for educators as well as healthcare providers. And this is an evidence-based tool that really takes a look at substance use disorders as a public health issue and not a moral failing. And it says, how can we use screening tools that are brief whenever we have the opportunity to work with youth, which is why schools and sometimes pediatricians' offices can really benefit from this. How do we screen kids to identify those that are at risk for substance use disorder and then put interventions into place? The tool that we have for youth is called Connect 5, and it is a digital cessation course for kids who are struggling with nicotine dependence. So it's really meeting that need for addressing this vaping epidemic with youth now. It's a fantastic course. It's very interactive. It helps kids to understand more about their use, set goals, and supports them through the quitting process. And then finally, a program for parents and caregivers, and it's called PrEP. Prevention Resources and Education for Parents. And it tells parents, like, what does all of the evidence show can help reduce the chance that a youth will use substances. So it helps them to understand how can they identify risk factors, how can they boost protective factors, how can they have conversations with their kids, how does having a strong relationship with your child protect against their use, and then also gives information if you're already concerned that your child is using, how do you then help them?
And how do people engage with the platform?
So anywhere there's an internet browser, and we also, for our youth course, have the ability to download it from the App Store. So caron.org/digital-learning, or if you just go to caron.org, and Caron is CARON, then you can find the courses.
Excellent. Christine, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Julie.
And if you'd like to learn more, as Christine mentioned, you can visit caron.org.